How my daughter turned my romantic date into a crime scene. You ever try to have a peaceful romantic date after kids? Yeah, don't. It started simple. My husband and I were finally getting a night out. Just us. No cartoons, no spilled juice. No, mommy, she looked at me weird. Just wine, candles, and pretending we still liked each other. I wore heels. Real heels, not Crocs. I even shaved my legs, okay? That's how serious I was. My mom agreed to watch our daughter Mia, who's 7 going on Satan. She's cute, too cute. Like the kind of cute where you just know she's planning something. So we leave, everything's fine. We're halfway through our appetizer when I get a text from my mom. Everything okay? I ask. She replies, Mia says you left something important behind. I roll my eyes. I'm thinking it's her stuffed llama or her glitter lip balm. I tell my mom, just ignore her. Big mistake. 20 minutes later, we're sipping wine, finally vibing, and suddenly our waiter comes over looking nervous. Ma'am, are you Mrs. Reynolds? I'm like, yeah. He says, there's a police officer here asking to speak to you. I laughed out loud, like, haha, what a funny prank. Nope, real cop, real badge, real serious face. He walks over and goes, ma'am, do you have a daughter named Mia? I'm like, yes. Is she okay? He says, she called 911. My heart dropped. Is someone hurt? I ask. He goes, no ma'am, she reported a kidnapping. I said, I'm sorry, what? Apparently Mia told the dispatcher. My mommy and daddy are gone. I don't know where they are. I think they were taken. They said they were going to the grocery store, but they lied. They dressed fancy. They're probably in danger or at a bar. Y'all. She snitched with attitude, and she used her grandma's phone. She even whispered and said, I can't talk loud or they'll hear me. The cop said the dispatcher flagged it as a possible abduction and sent someone immediately. I swear I wanted to teleport home and put her in timeout till college. We apologized 100 times. The cop was super chill, thank God. He even laughed and said, she's got potential. FBI maybe. I was like, she's got potential for military school. That's what she's got. We wrapped up dinner early. So much for romance. On the way home, I called my mom, who was laughing so hard she could barely speak. She's like, I thought she was just being dramatic. I didn't know she actually called the police. We walk in the door and Mia's sitting on the couch like a literal mob boss. Arms crossed, legs swinging. She goes, took you long enough? Did they feed you at the police station? I said, little girl, what were you thinking? She goes, you lied. You said you were going to Target, but you got dressed up. I knew something was shady. Y'all, she called 911 because we wore fancy clothes. I tried to explain to her how serious that was, how we could have gotten in real trouble, but she just squinted and said, next time, just take me with you. Problem solved. I thought it was over. I really did. Until the next morning when I'm dropping her off at school and her teacher stops me in the hallway. She says, Mia told the class her parents were arrested last night at Olive Garden. I said, ma'am, it was a wine bar and we weren't arrested. We were ambushed. I don't know whether to ground her, train her for the CIA, or just hand her over to the government and say, good luck.